do it.
Good evening, and welcome to the Bridgeport High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2022. My name is Aaron Dodson, principal of Bridgeport High School. It is my honor to join you tonight in this momentous occasion. Audience, would you please rise as our class of 2022 graduates enters the stadium, and please continue to stand for our national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance. graduation with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. At this time, A.J. Bricketto will lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, one last time, guys. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Audience, the class of 2022, the Bridgeport ISD staff and Board of Trustees appreciates your attendance at this culminating event in the apex of each graduate's public education. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our special guests for this evening. First, our Board of Trustees. Trustees, would you please stand to be recognized? I want you to know that our Board of Trustees has guided us and supported our students and staff during some of the most challenging years in all of public education. Their support has ensured that our students, teachers, and staff are provided a safe school environment with the resources to learn and grow. Without a doubt, their leadership has provided educational excellence for the students in our community. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause of appreciation for their work again. I'd like to introduce them individually. Board of Trustees, please wave when I call your name. President Scott Heiler. Vice President Charles Malden. Secretary Dwayne Sutherland. Assistant Secretary David Lawson. Trustee Caitlin Hudson. Trustee Richard Vidal. Trustee Jim Boston. I'd like to also take a moment to recognize our Superintendent, Dr. Amy Ellis. I'd also like to recognize Mr. Stephen Faulkner, Principal of Bridgeport Middle School, Mr. Kyle Hatcher, Principal of Bridgeport Intermediate, Ms. Martha Balk, Principal of Bridgeport Elementary, and Mr. Andrew Holman, Principal of Alternative Learning Center. All of you have played a role in getting these graduates to this day. Could you please stand to be recognized? I'd like to thank the staffs of Bridgeport ISD that have played a part in supporting these students each day to reach this goal. If you're an employee of Bridgeport ISD at this time, please stand to be recognized. Finally, it's my pleasure to recognize the incredible staff of Bridgeport High School. Parents, I want you to know these teachers are the absolute very best. In addition, I would like to give a special thanks to everyone tonight that helped plan and participate in this graduation. Bridgeport High School staff that helped with graduation or is here tonight, please stand so we can recognize you. At this time, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Amy Ellis, will address our class.
Well, good evening. On behalf of the District of Bridgeport ISD, we want to thank you for this opportunity to have these young men and women before us tonight. To our 2022 graduates, congratulations. To our parents, thank you for the opportunity to educate your children. We understand that at Bridgeport ISD and as parents, you have the opportunity to educate your child wherever and however you want, but you have chosen Bridgeport ISD. And for that, we want to thank you. We cherish the fact that we are able to provide the best education possible, the best teachers possible, the best staff possible, and with a group of educators who truly love and care for this community as a whole. So thank you for allowing us to be a part of your family's journey in educating your children who now sit before us as young adults. Class of 2022, we are so happy and proud of you for achieving success. Moving forward, please know that the support of Bridgeport ISD and our community is 100% behind you as you venture into the workforce, military, vocational, technical school, or college. If life has taught us anything over the last few years, it is to be flexible. Enjoy every day for what it holds. Make the most of every moment and live intelligent, but you are kind, thoughtful, and respectful. As your superintendent for only the last 5 months, I have observed you from afar. I watched you when I pulled into the auto shop in the back of the high school because my Jeep was making a funny noise. Within seconds, there were 9 of you that had your heads under the hood of the Jeep to help and assist this brand new person that just randomly showed up in the shop at the back of the high school. I watched you hover over opposing teammates on the soccer field, and even though that opposing teammate was hurt, I watched you kneel on the soccer field and wait until that athlete was escorted off the field. I watched you show your heifers and your welding projects at the Wise County Youth Fair. I watched you speak so eloquently about projects that you made and saw the pride that you put into those projects. You know what you have taught me over the last 5 months? You have taught me grace, you have taught me humility, and you have taught me kindness. You have taught me what it means to be a Bridgeport bull and sissy in a way that I could have never imagined or dreamed. You have taught me that hard work combined with kindness and compassion for others is what it truly means to be a Bridgeport bull and sissy. So for that, I want to thank you. You are now equipped to choose your path for yourself. We trust and know that there's a unique plan for each of you. As we celebrate you crossing the finish line of graduation, know that your race has just started. Yes, still things might feel uncertain, but thankfully you are a graduate of Bridgeport ISD. With the support of this great community and the preparation that you have received in Bridgeport, you are prepared for the unexpected. You will push forward to achieve excellence like no other graduating class before you. Good luck, we love you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis. We appreciate those words of encouragement. At this time, I'd like to welcome Bridgeport ISD School Board President Scott Heiler to address the graduates.
Good evening. What a beautiful night. I want to thank everybody for being here. My name is Scott Heiler.
I'm one of the trustees of the Bridgeport ISD School Board. First, I'd like to start by congratulating all of the graduates. This is your night, but it would not be possible without the support you've received from your families and the loved ones that are here tonight to support you and those that couldn't make it. Sometimes the big moments in life can be the hardest to savor. So with that in mind, I'd like for all the graduates to take a moment, stand up, look back into the stands, find your family and loved ones, give them a wave. And if you're in the stands, feel free, wave back, cheer for these kids. Awesome. Thank you. Next, I want to echo what Dr. Ellis stated earlier and thank the parents for entrusting Bridgeport ISD with the education, care, and development of your children. These wonderful young men and women on the field here tonight are a testament to your love and to your guidance. I'd also like to thank the amazing staff we have here at Bridgeport ISD from kindergarten through 12th grade. Our teachers, support staff, and administration put students first in everything that they do and make Bridgeport ISD the special place that it truly is. To the graduating class of 2022, I'll keep this brief. Being a Bridgeport Bull or a Bridgeport Sissy means a lot to this community. It represents your resiliency, your grit, and your sheer determination to finish what you have started. It also represents strong character, a strong work ethic, and selfless mentality. Being a Bridgeport Bull or Bridgeport Sissy is about lifting others up in tough times, being there for a friend or a neighbor in need. It's about continuing to show that resiliency that you've developed here at Bridgeport ISD as you embark on your next adventure and throughout life. It's about doing the right thing and doing your best with whatever challenges life brings. I have no doubt in my mind that you will leave here and go on to great successes in life, chasing your dreams and accomplishing great feats. But please always remember that no matter how long you have been gone from Bridgeport High School, you will always represent this community. We cannot wait to see the lasting impact that you will have on the world. This evening, graduates, though, I just ask you to savor the moment. Express your gratitude and love to those that have helped you get to this point. Thank you and congratulations to the Bridgeport graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Heiler. Graduates, it's my honor and privilege tonight to address you as your principal. Let me begin by saying on behalf of everyone here tonight, congratulations. When it was announced that I would be the new principal of Bridgeport High School, I immediately thought of this night, wondering what would I say. Not because I had to speak in front of a large crowd, though public speaking is definitely not my favorite pastime. I realized that I would speak before a group of students that got a new principal their senior year after several difficult years. What piece of advice or wisdom could I give this group to help them on their journey? Maybe I should quote a great mind like Aristotle, or I could discuss being innovative with a cool story from Steve Jobs. However, I thought about my own senior year and it became clear I should share some wisdom that was passed to me my senior year. You see, Mr. Teamer was considered the gatekeeper of graduation at my high school. He was a wonderful educator, but his English 4 class was known to be difficult. He was also well known among his students for what he called his soapbox. It was a small wooden stool that had labels that students had provided of different soap companies stuck on all sides. If you've never ever heard the saying, get off your soapbox, it means you're asking someone to quit giving an impromptu and passionate speech. In Mr. Teamer, this was his soapbox. 2 things were known when that stool appeared in class. Number 1, you were about to be entertained and given a good life lesson. And number 2, whatever he said was not going to be on the test. Okay? I will get to why that stool was important in just a moment. Mr. Teamer had us read a story that led to several lessons that still resonate with me today. A simple summary of the story is a teacher asked a student to determine what is the most important job in the world. The student, of course, begins with all kinds of jobs that were related to wealth, power, fame, fortune. And each time, the teacher explains that this answer is incorrect. Finally, the student decides, I know what my teacher wants to hear. And the student says, the most important job in the world must be the teacher. The teacher smiles broadly. The student thinks he's finally got the right answer. And the teacher says, what can a student do, or what can a teacher do without a student? And the aha moment that all teachers love happened. The student stated, so the most important job in the world is a student. The teacher then congratulated the student for the correct answer. And after a very lengthy discussion, the story that Mr. Teamer had gone over with us, he reached over and he pulled out that soapbox and stood before our class. He then stated he didn't agree with that story. He pointed to the trash can in the corner of the class and said the person that comes every single day and gets that for me, in my opinion, has the most important job in the world. He said millions of people in the world would have no clue what to do if the trash didn't get picked up from their homes or their business. You see, graduates, there's 3 important lessons nested in that short story, in that one lesson in 45 minutes in Mr. Teamer's class. First, always respect those that you work with, no matter what their rank. Take the time to get to know the janitor, the security guard, the receptionist, the secretary, and many more positions, just as well as you take the time to know the CEO. They are just as important to your success. Many employers will listen to those people and how you interacted with them before you ever enter the interview office. Second, if someone is willing to teach you, be respectful. They are teaching you a skill or concept because they see potential in you, not because it's their job anymore. They are teaching you this skill, and it may help you get a promotion or get a new job later in life. Finally, the most important lesson, always be a student. For the only way that we continue to grow in society is because people are willing to learn from others. When Dr. Ellis came to visit me for the first time, she asked, what do you need as a high school principal? Dr. Ellis, do you remember what I stated? I asked her for the first thing, the number one thing I needed was a mentor. Graduates, always remain a student. Go seek your teacher if you need to. Let that mentor know that you respect them enough to ask them to teach you and work with you. They are invaluable. Graduates of 2022, I have been honored to be your principal. You have shown resiliency through multiple challenges. You have provided leadership for your fellow classmates. You've even put your phones away when it truly mattered. Thank you for letting me be a small part of your journey. I wish you nothing but the best, and know that if you ever need anything, my door is still open. Thank you. Bridgeport High School is proud to present 147 graduates of 2022. 2 of them have worked exceptionally hard to rise to the top of their class. Logan Kehoe, Bridgeport High School class of 2022 Salutatorian, attended Bridgeport since kindergarten with a short departure in the middle grades. Logan participated in golf, basketball, and was vice president of our new business club. Logan will attend Texas A&M University. No whoops. There we go. I knew they were out there. All right. In the fall, in majoring in business. His parents are Troy and Stephanie Kehoe. Parents, can you please stand to be recognized? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to proudly present to you your 2022 Bridgeport High School Salutatorian, Logan Kehoe.
All right, before I begin this speech, let's give one more round of applause to Mr. Dotson here. All right, I want to welcome all my friends, my parents especially, my family, honored guests, regular guests, teachers, admin, and of course you guys, the class of 2022. We celebrate this day by wearing our finest wizard costumes and rectangle hats. Allow me to first say to all of you, congratulations. We have now done the thing required by the government. And in doing this thing, we are much less likely to live in our parents' basement the rest of our lives. Think about how far we've come individually, as a class. Looking back to freshman year, it seems like just yesterday there was the first football game, the first class, the first relationship, the second relationship, then the third, then figuring out maybe you were the problem. Remember in 4th grade how we weren't allowed to use calculators because our teacher said nobody would be carrying those around in the real world? And to not talk to strangers on the internet or get into strangers' cars? Well, now we have a special button on our pocket calculator that summons an internet stranger specifically so that we can get in their car. A lot of things have changed. We will be entering the real world armed with all the knowledge gained in high school to prepare us for it, like the Pythagorean theorem, analyzing 18th century poetry, identifying mitochondria, all things adults do in their daily lives. Okay, now before I begin actually giving the speech, I'd like to thank a couple people first. First and most importantly, I want to thank my family. They drove a long way to be here today. A lot of you know my parents and my beautiful little baby brother. I told him I'd do that. I just want to say thank you for what you have done for me, the sacrifices you have made, and all the opportunities you have given me. I want to next thank all my friends in this class, which I classify all of y'all as one of those, for building me into who I am today and being by my side every step of the way. Finally, I want to say thank you to Bridgeport and the entire staff for dealing with us seniors this year. I know we didn't make it easy. Senioritis definitely kicked in early this year. I'm speaking to whom all I just thanked when I say that one thing has become prevalent as I've gotten older. We accomplished very little by ourselves. Think about that. We accomplished very little by ourselves. These people in our lives help establish meaning and purpose in our life. We need a meaning to sustain us through the struggles of life. Can life be painful? Yes. Can life bring anxiety? Yes. Can it be uncertain? It always is. Life is very difficult. It takes family and it takes friends to get you through the ups and downs. And now I'm talking to the seniors when I say this. Don't burn the bridges that this high school and town has given us, because these people are always going to be our foundations for success. These people will always be here for you no matter what. I know many of you are going to go out into the world and do great things, but don't forget the people that built you, because those people love you the most, and those people would do whatever they could to help you. This school has brought me into some of my favorite people's lives, and I will never forget and never lose touch with them. I'm truly honored to give this speech, although I feel like there's some very highly intelligent kids here that could give an amazing speech. For example, Ashley Marshall and Seguin Hernandez, our valedictorian. They're the smartest kids you'll ever meet, and I look forward to Seguin's speech no matter how long it really is. To be honest, I wasn't sure how to even begin the speech, how to go with it, since I'm no better than any of you guys sitting down there. Why should I give us life advice for which I have not lived? But many of you that know me know that I have big dreams, and I believe big dreams are essential to success. Whatever you define success as, never be afraid to do something at any age or any time, and don't let anybody take that from you. We are entering the best 5-year window of our life, where the biggest risk for us would be not taking any at all. We are not bound by big responsibilities such as families, big bills to pay. Granted, we will have expenses, but not the same as if we were 45 and have a family. This is the time of our lives to go chase that dream. Go chase that life that you desire, because if you fail, if you crash and burn, you have time to pick yourself back up again. So go start a business, go become a stock trader, go travel. Spend your money on knowledge and experiences, not physical things. You're going to look back in 50 years with gray hair, possibly grandkids, and you want to have no regrets. You want to at least try, because I can guarantee you that trying will get you closer than you ever thought you could be. So although I have not lived what our parents call life, I believe that this new age, we can chase big dreams and goals easier than ever before. A lot of parents out here are not going to like what I'm about to say. I'm sorry, but I'm really not. But with the new age of technology, we cannot fight it. Social media and the internet has allowed us to access an infinite amount of knowledge and connections. We can learn anything and contact anyone regardless of location and time. We have the biggest key to knowledge and success in our pockets, if we use it right. Now parents, this one's for you. There's also an infinite amount of options to not learn. One look at a high school kid's TikTok page and you'd be scared for life. One of my favorite quotes from Tony Robbins: "We are drowning in information, but we are starving for wisdom." It is true that we can sit and scroll through TikTok or Instagram and learn absolutely nothing. while wasting an hour of our life. So we have to be smart with how we use technology, because it can break us just as much as it can build us. I look out at all of y'all and I see potential. You have to see that in yourself first. We are done with test scores and daily grades that define us. We are all the same, high school seniors that are so ready to be done with AP tests, STAR tests. Now we're about to begin writing our own stories. This is just the beginning. Freshman year, we came into the school thinking how long it would be till we were like the seniors. They felt so much older than us. Sophomore year, all I can really say is, thanks, COVID. I didn't want to take any of those tests anyways. Junior year, I think we realized that we were getting closer. Now if we just hang on until senior year, then we can let go. And now that first day that we got to show up or leave early, senioritis hit us. For me, sports have been a huge part of my life ever since kindergarten. I believe sports provides the greatest life lessons, and this year I played my last meaningful basketball games and round of golf, and it allowed me to look back on how much sports have influenced me and how much my coaches have really taught me in life. So I'd like to say a special thank you to Coach Green, Coach Shipley, and Coach Henry. Y'all have been a positive influence in my life and forever will be. Even though being on Coach Shipley and Coach Henry's basketball team is the closest thing to the military I'll ever experience. Then being on the golf course and the classroom with Coach Green, I know y'all had to have him in class, the king of double-sided jokes. And I enjoyed the 4 years of sports like many of you have. Class of 2022, we have been the most resilient class. We survived COVID-19, we survived the 2020 election, and we survived mullets coming back in style. So before I conclude this speech, I want to say I'm very thankful for everyone who has touched my life through the 12 years of school, and let's go out into the world and make our families and friends proud. So thank you, class of 2022. I wish you the best in life and cannot wait to see all the accomplishments you all get. I can't wait to see all the Instagram posts in about 5 minutes or so. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Logan. Bridgeport High School Class 2022 Valedictorian is Seguin Hernandez. He has attended Bridgeport ISD since kindergarten. Seguin was involved in band, including 2 years as a state soloist and 1 year state ensemble. Also, he has 2 years as a state qualifier in robotics and was heavily involved in our UIL social studies. Seguin will attend the prestigious United States Military Academy at West Point. His parents are Rito and Patricia Hernandez. Will you all please stand and be recognized? Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you your 2022 Bridgeport High School Valedictorian, Seguin Hernandez.
Well, here we are. These last few weeks have been busy for all of you, I'm sure. Final exams, senior pranks, graduation parties, resolving old drama, saying goodbyes, making plans, and whatever else you've all been trying to eke out of your last high school year. Now, I've had my fair share of these recent experiences as well, and all the stress I fell behind on my thank you notes. I'm sure you won't mind if I write those out now. Thank you, Bridgeport High School administrators, for teaching me that if you walk with a purpose and an important looking piece of paper in your hand, you can get just about anywhere. Thank you, fellow students, for providing so many examples of how to live life, particularly Landon Gregg, who has been my instructor in the art of indulging in relaxation. Thank you, teachers, for remaining calm all those days when you had to explain the same concept to us over and over. When they say third time's a charm, they really mean the power. Math jokes. Thank you, cafeteria and maintenance staff. Your tolerance for our faults has been incredible. We've been taught to think of you as superheroes, but really, we've just been lucky you didn't use us as a villain origin story. Thank you, parents, for your constant guidance and for embedding your values and tastes in us. You've taught us countless lessons, but in case we don't seem grateful, it's because there's some things some of us would rather not have ingrained in our minds. I mean, half a decade of hearing her on repeat means that all it takes is a few chords, and Adele is once again stuck in my head. You know, rolling in the deep. And so, now that I've addressed that, I'd like to leave you with some unreliable advice on getting the most out of your life. Above most things, staying happy, getting that shot of dopamine, as Coach Green put it, is going to be integral to meeting that final lights out with contentment. So here's my advice on how to attain and maintain that feeling as you make your way through the journey of life. Take the time to help others and work together to deal with the little problems life throws you each day. By doing so, you will begin to appreciate those around you, and they in turn will appreciate you. In the trying years to come, you will inevitably find yourself in situations where you'll have to turn to help. Maybe you'll need relationship advice, someone to have your back after a terrible mistake, a place to crash for the night, or just someone to keep you company. The relationships you develop will support and build you up in times of need, helping to keep your spirits high. However, as humans, in order to feel happy, we must often give ourselves a greater purpose to strive for, a light of our own creation at the end of a tunnel of our own design. Not every goal needs to be a colossal undertaking, though, and I'd even caution against it. See, I remember a poster in the hallways from middle school. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. But we all know from experience it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes weather prevents launch. A malfunction ends your journey before it ever really begins. Maybe you crash at your destination, or you make it and you find it wasn't what you wanted after all. And in the cold, empty nothingness of space, those stars that surround you may become objects of envy and resentment. Don't burn yourself out chasing 7 figures just because someone tells you to. Find what you want in life, those things which add a little happiness to your life each day. A strong cup of coffee, a car that's fancy, a bed that's comfy, a family. All these things cost money. Money does buy happiness. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. But chances are, more money itself won't make you happy, because all the baubles in the world couldn't bring you as much happiness as that one special thing in your life. Set your goals to work towards what you need, for what you want, not for what others say you need. That kind of ambition can't ever be found at fault, and it might just make you happy. And what do I know? And if you can't figure that out yet, that's all right. Take things step by step. Look forward to that conversation with a friend, the new episode, a chance for a little shut-eye at the end of the day. If this has all been sounding a little obvious to you, that's probably because I learned it from you. So allow me one last thank you. I do. Thank you, because in one way or another, all the advice I've given has come from what I've learned from you. Y'all have taught me more in 4 years than I could ever have hoped to teach in 400. It hasn't always been fun, but I wouldn't take back any of it standing here before you now. I owe my happiness to you. May you be just as happy in the years to come. You are strong and wise, and I'm very proud of you. Thank you, and I'd like to thank Jimmy Fallon for the inspiration.
Dr. Ellis, will you please join me at the podium? Dr. Ellis and Board of Trustees, as principal of Bridgeport High School, I certify that the students who will receive diplomas today have successfully completed all required courses set forth by the state of Texas, and I recommend that students receive their high school diplomas.
Thank you, Mr. Dodson. By the authority vested in me by the state of Texas, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Bridgeport Independent School District, I certify that these students have met the state of Texas graduation requirements. Mr. Dodson, the Board of Trustees and I are ready to receive your graduates. At this time, please present the class of 2022 Bridgeport High School graduates to receive their diplomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, the diplomas will be presented to the top 10% of graduates and then alphabetically by last name. Seguin Ramon Hernandez. Logan Robert Kehoe. Ashley Hope Marshall. Claire Elizabeth Huya. Isabella Ruano Ruiz de Fifar. Avery Reese McClellan. Bristol K. Miller. Kyler Clay Sparks. Allison Rose Morrow. Allison Paige Williams. Mario Velasquez. Blaze Justice Gaona. Blake Austin Horton. Sergio Gabriel Acevedo. Joshua James Anglin. Patrick Tanner Armstrong. Melchor Ayala Martinez. Juan Luis Barajas. Damian Barbosa Sanchez. Christian Travis Baxter. Wilton Bryant Beaver. Jaron Adam Beltran. Aaron Joseph Briquetto. Carlos Enrique Brown. Sean Dale Burns III. Justin Daniel Caldera. Jocelyn Cano Gamino. Brianna Michelle Chavez. Juliana Chavez. Nina K. Collins. Sandra Michelle Cornejo Martinez. Garrett Scott Darden. Briley Delane Gabe Davidson. Casey Marissa DeCola. Chris Brian De La Cerda. Magali Ureli Delgadillo. Marcus Alexander Delgado. Rafael Alexander Delgado Garcia. Miguel Alejandro de Luna. Keaton Paul Dillander. Maddox Riley Drager. Zaria Vonette Driver. Mariela Duran Martinez. Luis Estrada. Samuel Isaiah Flores. Raven Sky Friddle. Erica Edith Galvan Caldera. Hannah Garcia. Jacqueline Garcia. Cindy Godoy. Brianna Lizette Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez. Ruben Antonio Gonzalez. Haley Joe Green. Sebastian Joseph Green. Camden Ray Gregg. Landon Matthew Gregg. Colby Lane Hamblin. Dominic Alexander Henche. Tayshawn James Heaton. Elizabeth Joy Hernandez. Rodolfo Jose Elizar Hernandez. Anthony Saul Herrera. Emily Herrera. Landon Edward Herring. Elizabeth Marie Hinkle. Erin Elizabeth Holt. Garrett Thomas Hudson.
What do you say?
Sebastian Iniguez Jr.
Let's go, Sebastian!
Kason Lane Job. Aiden Cale Jones. Caitlin Renee Kennard. Devin James Kitts. Naomi Lara. Ruben Alejandro Lara Castorena. Jackson Cade Lenhart. Brooklyn M. Longoria. Bianca Melissa Lopez. Lucero Lopez. Maricela Lopez. Priscilla Michelle Lopez. Griselle Lule. Shane Thomas Luna. Eric Octavio Macias. Sorry. Sydney Laurie Macias. Taylor Leon Marlette. Gerardo Martinez. Keesley Martinez. Did I get it wrong? Kesley Martinez. Mason Wayne McGuire. Leonel Eduardo Medina. Moises Medina. Victor Hugo Medina. Fernando Medrano. Jessica Eileen Mejia. Gerardo Mina. Rebecca Lynn Moore. Brandon Scott Mullins. Kaylee Nicole Negrete. Zachary Griffin Nieswanger. Skylar Jean Nelson. Diana Ortega Sanchez. Victor Manuel Ortiz. Mara Jolie Perez. Carla Marisol Perez Zamaripa. Mark Anthony Pena. Cody Allen Pritchard. Sylvia Leticia Reyes. Zoe May Rivera. Abel Alejandro Rodriguez. Alexis Rodriguez. Evelyn Rodriguez. Gerardo Rodriguez Jr. Kimberly Rodriguez. Aislinn Cara Rudder. Angel Pablo Salinas Torres. Alicia Torjane Sampson. Maro de Alfonso Sandoval. Shelby Elizabeth C. Angelo Joseph Stonechek. Sophia Claire Sullivan Green. Emma Claire Sutherland. John Michael Taylor. Owen Jason Taylor. Kyle Bradley Teague. Reese Teeter. Cheyenne Ashley Thomas. Brandon Torres. Brian Torres. Emily Tovar. Janelle Trujillo. Eduardo Reyes Valdez. Madison Nicole Van Hoos. Elijah Adrian Vasquez. Alyssa Marisol Verdugo. Clara Vidal Garces. Martin Ibarra Villaneda Jr. Rainey Dean Walker. Zane Larome White. Larome White. Damian Wayne Williams. Zerrell Lewis Wilson. Davin Ray Woolridge.
I'll just play with people's names on
At this time, in the final moments as a student of Bridgeport ISD, please join me in the singing of our school song. Seniors, you are now graduates of Bridgeport High School. At this time, please move your tassels. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. This concludes our graduation ceremony. Thank you, and safe travels home.